Welcome to Scrum in under 4 minutes. In the next 4 minutes, I'm going to walk you through what Scrum actually is, how teams use it, and why it matters. My goal is to give you a crystal clear understanding of the roles, the ceremonies, and the core loop so you can speak confidently about it in an interview or explain it in your own content. So let's get into the essentials. Scrum is one of the most widely used agile frameworks because it focuses on fast learning, adaptability, and constant delivery. Instead of planning huge releases months in advance, Scrum teams break work into short, time-boxed cycles called sprints. Each sprint is its own mini project where the team plans the work, builds the most important features, and produces something that actually functions, even if it's small. The real power of Scrum is its rhythm. You deliver a slice of value, learn from it, adjust based on feedback, and repeat. It's designed to keep teams flexible and focused on continuous improvement. Scrum works in a way where one sprint equals a tight feedback loop. And here's the loop. First you plan the goal, next you build the work, then you review what's done, and you improve how you work in the retro. Rinse and repeat. Scrum is built around 3 simple roles, each with a very specific purpose. First is the product owner. They act as the voice of the business. They decide what the team should work on by prioritizing the backlog and making sure the highest value items always rise to the top. Next is the Scrum Master. Think of the Scrum Master as the person who is the team's protector and problem solver. They remove obstacles, keep things productive, and make sure the team is actually practicing Scrum the right way. Lastly is the development team. These are the people doing the actual hands-on building, testing, and shipping. The team decides how much work they can realistically complete in the sprint and is collectively responsible for delivering the final product increment. Scrum has 4 core ceremonies that create the heartbeat of the process. Sprint planning kicks things off. The product owner shares the top priorities while the team asks questions, estimates difficulty, and commits to a realistic amount of work. Next is the daily Scrum. The daily Scrum is a fast 15-minute alignment meeting where each person shares what they finished yesterday, what they're doing today, and any blockers that could slow them down. It's not a long discussion, but just a quick sync to stay coordinated. Then comes the sprint review. This is where the team demonstrates the completed work to stakeholders and gathers real feedback. It's an opportunity to validate the direction and adjust the backlog if needed. Finally is the sprint retrospective, which is for the team only. It's a safe space to reflect on what went well, what didn't, and what experiments or improvements the team wants to try in the next sprint. Another part of Scrum are the artifacts. This is the visible stuff. The product backlog is the master list. The sprint backlog is what you picked this sprint, and the increment is the working result you can actually demo. To bring all of this together, imagine a sprint focused on delivering a password reset feature. During planning, the team commits to designing the user interface, building the backend API that handles requests, and setting up the email system that sends the reset link. Throughout the sprint, the team collaborates, checks in daily, and removes any blockers that threaten progress. By the end of the sprint, the result is a fully working password reset flow where a real user can request a link and successfully reset their password. That finished flow, something usable and valuable, is what Scrum calls an increment. The whole point of Scrum is delivering something tangible at the end of every cycle. And that wraps up Scrum in under 4 minutes. If you found this helpful, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and hit a follow. More tech lessons coming your way.